2-yard penalty from the point of infraction. Davis again. Here he goes up the middle. Keith Davis knocked down, but he gains yardage on this play. A pickup on the play of right at 13 yards. So Keith Davis carrying the ball for Tennessee now. 6 carries, 42 yards.
Keith doesn't have the great speed, John, but he certainly takes those short little choppy steps there, keeps his balance good. That time he tries to run over somebody, and that's not his style.
Dubose is the man who gets credit for the tackle as he blocks Davis and stands him up. A gain of 13, but keep in mind Tennessee had it 17 yards to go, so it's a third down and 4 situation. And this will be the spinning Davis moving forward. And he gives his team a first down and 10 to go.
Here again, you can see Keith coming in there. He gets caught up inside the blocker down there, and he's able to bounce outside and pick up 5 or 6 yards.
Out front blocking Johnny Hibbett, the senior, number 50 for Tennessee. Here's Anthony Miller on the reverse, 40. It's Miller carrying the ball downfield and is shoved out of bounds. The speed of Anthony Miller. And Tennessee runs him around the corner inside the Memphis State 30-yard line. Here you see Anthony Miller.
Not a lot of running room. They're running it into the boundary, so there's really not a lot of field there to play with, but speed makes that play go more than anything else.
The misdirection. There's the handoff to Miller. Hibbett out front again, blocking for him. Cuts off that block, but then is juggled out of bounds, and Tennessee will have it, asking for the timeout. Nearing the end of the first half of the football game with the Vols on top 13-0. Up over the ball at center is Todd Kirk. Francis sizes up the defense. Looks to throw. Pass complete. That's Cleveland. And Cleveland for Tennessee gives the Volunteers another first down, and a penalty marker is down on the play. Cleveland indicating that somebody had his face mask. Let's see if that is indeed the penalty.
Offensive line doing their job real well this time, giving Francis all kinds of time. Cleveland coming from across the field, finds the open zone, just kind of pulls up in there, and Francis hits him with it.
And Young made the tackle, but perhaps somebody, well, undoubtedly somebody grabbed the face mask. So the penalty again at the distance of the goal. It's Davis on the right side, cutting back. Davis down to the 1-foot line. Tennessee again with a first and goal. Twice Memphis State has forced Tennessee to settle for a field goal. Here you see again Keith Davis.
State comes up and shuts it off real well to the outside, but Keith is able to make that quick cut, get back inside into the open spot, and just almost gets it into the end zone.
So here's Tennessee lining up again, as you'll see the look at Keith Davis. And driving this time straight ahead. Not going wide, just going over the top. Jim Miller. Miller scores for Tennessee. And so the Volunteers open up a 19-0 lead.
Well, like you said, John, they just muscle them out of there. All they need is 3 or 4 inches in there, and that's when you tell your offensive lineman it's up to you to move them back, and they did the job.
Tennessee leading 19-0. The Volunteers have elected to try for a 2-point conversion, try to make it a 21-0 game. This is Francis. Gets the block there, looks, is going to, he slips and falls. It looked like he had a chance to make it in, but it will not matter because he slips and falls. And that's the end of the first half with the score, Tennessee 19, Memphis State 0. The third quarter begins. Memphis State will have the ball as the give goes to Pryor, and there you see him crawling almost forward for yardage. The fullback picks up 6 yards on that play. 6 carries, 24 yards for Pryor, who is a freshman from Rockwood, Tennessee. Redshirt freshman, doing quite well this year for the Tigers. Jones, keeper, slips and falls, and then was met and stopped by Charles Davis. Jones got about a yard on the play. It becomes 3rd down and 3. Tennessee leading 19-0 third quarter.
Well, you can see he fakes the dive into the fullback there and comes out on the option. That's the big play for the wishbone, but he slips. There's been a lot of people slipping today.
You can almost see the water. Certainly you can feel it the way the players are slipping. Memphis State straight ahead, not enough for the first down as Pryor is racked up and shoved backwards. He got a couple yards on the play, but he needed 3. So Memphis State has it 4th down. Here you see Tennessee reacting defensively. 52 is Gordon, 49 is Ziegler, 22 is Davis.
Stayed at home very well, John. The defense played that extremely well.
Memphis State trailing 19-0, 1-7 on the year, and Tennessee's end of the field. They're going to try for first down. It's 4th and a yard. Tennessee jumps into its defense. Womack, no. Robbie Scott. There you see the senior from Decatur, Bill, making a key stop.
And he comes through there and hits him dead center and knocks him backwards and stops him right in his tracks, and then a lot more orange shirts in there to help out.
So Tennessee with Robbie Scott, and then jumping McDaniel. There will be Hayworth. There's Brown. There's Jones. There's Ziegler. And at the bottom, of course, Robbie Scott, man primarily responsible for stopping that 4th down try. Tennessee on offense. Davis. Miller blocking. Davis slides forward for not much on the play. 2 or 3, baby. Closer to 4 at 2nd and 6 now. Keith Davis, 9 carries, 61 yards. 3-man defensive front. Anthony Miller installed at tailback. Just is run out of bounds. State got a little penetration, and Miller, who running that time for the first time from a tailback position, unable, actually lost a couple of yards. Francis, complete. Clinkscales has the first down.
Tennessee ran out with Clinkscales on the outside from the slot. The slot cleared out for him, and he just cuts it back inside on a little bit of a turn in. Good time there by the offensive line, and he gets the necessary yardage for the first down.
And so Tennessee picks up its 10th first down as Clinkscales makes the catch, and it will be for the Vols' first down and 10 to go, as the ball is spotted, as you see, at the 44-yard line of the Tigers. Tennessee leads by a score of 19-0. A look at Jeff Francis as he looks over the defense. Play action fake, looking, long pass downfield. Miller, give him 6. Touchdown, Anthony Miller.
That's a super throw and catch. He stands in there good and throws the ball before Miller actually breaks clear, and he lays it out in front to the inside. You can see where Miller just runs on by the defender there. He's got an opportunity to run under the ball. He does, and makes a nice catch.
As Tennessee scores, and the cameraman in the end zone follows that one right into the outstretched fingertips of Anthony Miller. He really has great hands. And certainly Billy's got the speed, and here's Reves with Stafford to snap, Sanders to hold, and the extra point is up, and it is good. So Reves knocks home the extra point, and Tennessee builds its lead over the Memphis State Tigers. And the Tennessee fans at homecoming excited about Tennessee's offensive burst, and look once more, Bill, from the end zone.
Well, you can see there Miller has yet to break free when he throws the ball. That's the way you have to do it, and he kept it over his inside shoulder where he had a chance to get to the ball, and he just ran under it.
There's time out of the field with the score. Tennessee 26, Memphis State nothing. The Volunteers will have the ball after stopping Memphis State once more. Tennessee leads by a score of 26-0. And Francis at quarterback rolls right, throws the ball downfield. It's complete. Kennard McGuire, walk-on, who earned a scholarship from Memphis, Tennessee, with a big catch. And Tennessee again begins to drive into Memphis State territory. Now look, Bill.
They come off the swing action again. He's got this big lineman out there leading him. The area's been cleared. McGuire comes right in behind. I think it was Woods that went deep on the play. He was wide open in there.
So Tennessee moves for a big gain on the play, 25 yards all told. It's first down for the Vols in Memphis State territory. Leading leading 26-0. And this is big Greg Amsler. Amsler, 6'3", 230 freshman, Chatham, New Jersey. Grinding over the right side of the line, straight ahead for a gain of 11.
Gets a good hold to run in here, John. Of course, there's one thing about Amsler. He's not going to try to run around anybody. He goes when he knows one way to go, and that's straight up field.
And it's Amsler for 11. And this is Amsler again. Greg Amsler.
Looks good. Big, strong running back.
Amsler, a true freshman, and here's another look at this freshman running back.
Well, he hops over a couple of people there and keeps his feet and drives in there. A big, strong running back. Breaks the tackle there and makes a little cut there to get around. Shows pretty nifty.
And he was ridden down by Brandon. So Tennessee will have it, as you can see, close to a first down. Let's see if he got it. Jeff Francis looking in over, as are the officials, and you see that it is, I'm going to say, not a first down. It's close.
1 inch short.
So Tennessee comes to the line once more. Amsler in 2 carries is gained right at 20 yards. Diving, and let's see. The ball down there at the goal line or thereabouts. The earlier run after the catch by McGuire had given the ball, Tennessee, the ball at the 11. Here you'll see Amsler trying to dive in there, and he is shoved back.
He's trying to give it to Amsler. He brought it down the field. They wanted to let him score. He's running from the up position. It's hard to get up enough steam to get very high with the jump from the up
Didn't
position.
score, but got the first down. Now he's got the touchdown. Greg Amsler. Amsler scores for the Vols as Tennessee marches downfield, and here you go right to the sideline to watch the dive, and he breaks the plane, and the officials signal touchdown Greg Amsler. His 4th carry, total of 22 yards. He carried it 4 straight times for 11, for 9, for 1, for 1, and here is Reveiz to attempt the extra point. You'll watch it go sailing end over end through the uprights, and Tennessee now leads Memphis State by a score of 33-0. The Vols went 4 yards in 4 plays in 4 plays, 56 yards. The big score coming on the 44-yard pass from Francis to Miller, and then after stopping Memphis State, Tennessee comes right back. A 31-yard pass play, Francis to McGuire. Then Amsler carries the ball 4 straight times, and Tennessee leads by a score of 33-0. So that drive, 53 yards in 5 plays. And here is the kick by Reveiz. And it's Sammy Seals taking the ball in the end zone. The wind continues to play tricks. Supposedly it's blowing into the face of Tennessee, but that time it was Reveiz really knocking. Memphis State running out of the wishbone, and this is Gerald White carrying the ball. And not much there for him. About 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Moody straight ahead. He tacks on another 3 yards, moving out to the 26-yard line. At which point Memphis State will have it 3rd down and 5. Moody, the fullback, out of that wishbone. Tennessee with a 3-man line. Moody banging. He's got a first down as he noses past the 30-yard line. And so Moody, in his 5th carry, picks up his 27th yard. The 5th first down for the Tigers. And it will be 1st and 10, Memphis State at the 31-yard line.
State caught Tennessee, I think, was maybe thinking past, John. They only had the 3-man line up there, and State ran right at it and was able to pick up the first down.
Ziegler in there battling and gets a lot of help with Gordon, and then here comes Davis and a lot of people, but Moody had the first down by then. Jones, pass downfield is incomplete, overthrown. Racing for it was White. Jones again, thrown high and a little bit behind the slanting Jerry Harris. So suddenly it's 3rd down and 10. Memphis State trailing by a score of 33-0. Jones sets up to throw. Nice time. Here's the pass. It is overthrown, incomplete. And so Memphis State, as the pass was intended for Sammy Seals, will have it 4th and 10, and into punt will be Arthur Franklin. Woods is deep for Tennessee to receive the punt. 3rd quarter of the game. Fine punt by Franklin. High, backing up Woods. Makes the catch, slips a little bit at the 20, back to the Tennessee 25, and just shoved out of bounds, riding right behind Tennessee's Terry McDaniel. So the return by Thomas Woods is good for 8 yards after the 51-yard punt by Franklin. And let's see, it will be Jeff Francis back at quarterback for Tennessee. Pass, Woods. Great cut by Woods. He fights for the 1st down.
A quick screen. They usually go to Miller with that play. They come to Woods with it this time, John. Out there, Memphis State actually played it very well. They come up and cause a lot of problems there. Woods is able to bounce through a tackle and break one and pick up some yards.
So it's 1st down for Tennessee, as the ball for the Vols is moved to the 37-yard line in Tennessee territory. Amsler out of bounds. Gain of right at 7 yards on the play. Francis looks over the defense, a 4-man front. Long pass across the field, intended for Miller, is incomplete. Broken up by Nettles, intended for Miller. And so it's going to be 3rd down. Let's take another look, Bill. A tough pass.
It really is. That's a long throw. They're throwing from the right hash mark, trying to go all the way across the field. And it takes a long time for the ball to get there, and the defender was able to do a good job. Actually, Miller did a good job to come around and keep it from being intercepted.
It was Anthony Miller suddenly becoming a defender, actually, as he knocks the ball away from Nettles for the possible interception. 3rd down. Tennessee trying for the 1st. It's Amsler, and I don't think he gets it. He might have juggled the ball just as he got the handoff, and he struggles forward and appears to be about a yard short of the 1st down. Dennis Borky in there defensively for Memphis State. Amsler sizes it up and sees that it is going to be short by that much. So Bob Garman comes in for the Volunteers. The punter, who missed a couple of games with a hamstring pull, gets the punt away. And it's taken by Nettles, and he is slung down by Mike Kelly, freshman from Chattanooga, Tennessee, on this kickoff, the punt coverage team. And Memphis State will have the ball 1st down and 10 to go at its 31-yard line, trailing in the game 33-0. Jones keeping, struggles forward for a gain right at 4 yards, maybe a little more. It will become 2nd down and a short 6. That's Jones carrying the ball for Memphis State. In 9 carries, he's picked up 31 yards. Handoff, Douglas, and he moves forward for 4 yards. It'll still be short of a 1st. That's Norman carrying the ball, not Douglas as we originally called it. John Norman. Penalty marker, there you see it flying again. There have been plenty of penalty flags on the field at Neyland Stadium, Shields-Watkins Field. Norman, who carried the ball a moment ago, is from Aliquippa, PA. The hometown of a great running back, Tony Dorsett, who played at Pittsburgh. Well, an apparent 1st down is wiped off because State was holding. So a penalty moves the ball back down to the 29-yard line of Memphis State. Tim Jones. He's gone all the way as the engineer. There's the pass. It is intercepted Tennessee. Terry Brown. Brown with the ball. Brown at the 20. 15 down a penalty marker is back upfield as he gets to the 11-yard line. Terry Brown, his 4th interception of 1986. And he's greeted by Charles Davis, who has a couple interceptions in this game.
State's been having problems throwing the ball all day, John. Of course, this time his man fell down. The ball was underthrown, but Terry Brown played it perfectly. He was right there where the ball was and picks it off.
Tennessee is penalized on the play for clipping, but that's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. The Volunteers 33, the Tigers nothing. Brown returned that interception downfield to about the 11, but Tennessee was guilty of clipping at the 35, penalized back to the 50-yard line. And so now Tennessee, as the teams move into the 4th quarter, will be heading toward the north end. And Francis, who's gone all the way at quarterback, brings his team to the line. 2nd down and 14. Francis to throw. It is complete on a dive to Cleveland. Slightly underthrown, but Cleveland makes the catch for a gain of 7 yards. And for Tennessee, it will be 3rd down and 7.
Big 97 about to get in there trying to put a little pressure on him, but he had plenty of time. He just underthrew it. Cleveland picked it right off his shoelaces.
So Tennessee 3rd down, leading by a score of 33-0. Francis for the Vols. Sacked. Francis was sacked before he had a chance, obviously, to throw by Clarence Haber, the sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama, at 6'5", 222.
Well, in here, he gets pressure there. Actually, the man's going out. He tries to get outside of him and runs right into the defender. If he just stepped up a little bit, he would have had all day.
And so Tennessee will have into punt Bob Garman, leading 33-0 in the 4th quarter. 89,891 attending the game. Here's the punt downfield. It's going to take a bounce. Juggled and picked up. With the ball is Crane. Breaks to the sideline. Comes free. This is Crane carrying the ball down the far sideline. Crane could go all the way. Davis chasing. Charles Davis slings him down. Davis caught him and rolls him down, but Crane returns that punt. As it was relatively short, then he took it out of bounds, and the timing just broke down. Here, Bill, let's take a look.
A lot of times he bobbles it around there. It looks like he's going to make a bad play and almost takes it back all the way. State's got some big plays out of the kicking game today, John. Tennessee has just not done the job covering on the punts or the kickoffs.
Charles Davis stays with it, and the senior from New Paltz, New York, makes the saving tackle. Is shaken up on the play. I think we'll be all right, however. Now Memphis State will have the ball 1st down after that punt return. The punt returned by Crane. And it was good for 73 yards. 1st and 10, State at the Volunteer 11. Tennessee leading in the homecoming game 33-0. Straight ahead, Powers, the fullback, Pryor. And Pryor is met and shoved back. Brown is there. 74 is Brian Hunt. And Marion Hobby, who's getting a lot of playing time in this game. Bill, another look.
I said there again, it's just that straight ahead handoff to the fullback and let the offensive line fire off, and have the runner tries to find a little running room. Not much there.
90 is Hobby, and it was Hobby who stood him up, but there's a gain of 3. Down to the 8-yard line, 2nd down, 7. Jones. Nothing there. Tennessee protecting and battling through Tyrone Robinson.
Played the option very well that time. In fact, Tennessee's been winning the battle in there with their defensive line. This time they stymie everybody up there. Robinson comes through and makes a play on the quarterback. They had taken the pitch away from him. He had no place to go.
And so it's 3rd down. Still 7 yards to go for the first, 8 for the touchdown. Jones pass incomplete. Thrown a little bit behind Jerry Harris, who was slanting in from his wide receiver position. So Memphis State will be going for the field goal. And then to attempt it will be Johnny Butler, who is a freshman from Phoenix City, Alabama. 5'10", 165, soccer-style kicker. The hold will be by Whitwell. Borky snapping. The kick is up, and the kick is good. There's time out of the field with a score now. Tennessee 33, Memphis State 3. Tennessee leads 33-3. The Volunteers after the field goal, coming with Moses Collins at quarterback, and the crowd comes alive at Neyland Stadium. Collins, freshman, rolling, looking, pass is complete. What a catch, and it's by McGuire. Great grab by McGuire, the Memphian, who pulls down the pass from Collins, and Collins on the year is now 4 of 4.
Pretty good average, John. He just rolls out, and Collins, like you say, the ball is thrown behind him. He has to turn around, does an outstanding job of pulling it in for him.
And it's a first down for the Vols. 15 yards on the pickup. 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Collins from Tallahassee, Florida. Behind Robinson, the center. Nothing there for Pete Penuska. As Memphis State gets an outstanding defensive effort that time from the strong safety Ronald Palmer. Loss on the play.
They had him coming on the blitz, and he had the perfect defense call for the play. Nobody saw him. The pulling guards didn't pick him up. He came through clean.
2nd down, 13, Tennessee leading 33-3 in the 4th quarter of the game. Play action, Collins. Caught and slung out of bounds. Haber's done an outstanding job as an outside linebacker. It was he on that stop. 6'5", 222 sophomore, and so Collins thrown for a loss, and this will make it 3rd and 15. Moses Collins shouting out an audible at the line, and Memphis State reacts. You see the linebacker backs off. Stumbling Collins throws, deflected, incomplete. Hit at the line by Borky, and then it was Sharp trying for the interception. So now that's the first incomplete pass of the season for Collins. It comes on a 3rd and 15, so here's Bob Garman into punt. Nettles is deep for Memphis State. The punt by Garman is away. And it's Nettles under the ball. Juggling it, giving ground, and is nailed. Kelly there first, and then 54, Dale Jones, the senior from Cleveland.
Yes, he did a good job covering that time. Of course, it was an excellent kick with good hang time. They were able to get down and cover it.
Jones, handoff, and straight ahead for Memphis State will be a new running back in there, and it's Chadwick, Brian Chadwick, carrying straight ahead. Tennessee there with Howard defending. That's Anthony Howard, who's into the football game for the Vols. James White doesn't get much. Picks up 2 yards on the play, so White now carrying for Memphis State.
Tennessee's doing the job shutting down Memphis State's run, John. Some new faces in there in that defensive line, but they've played very well.
Brian Kimbrough, Tracy Hayworth, Dale Jones, Tyrone Robinson as outside linebackers, along with Mike Kelly. Memphis State again carrying the ball through the left side. 88 Hayworth. 97 for Tennessee in there defending is Orlando Reyes. Robbie Scott, Marion Hobby, Brian Hunt, Whitehead, Bennett, Ovanik, Anthony, and Joey Howard. Miller, Walker, Ziegler, DeLong, Gordon, Kelly. Here's the punt. Franklin gets it away. And it will be Tennessee's Woods. And he returns that punt about 9 yards. 36 yards on the punt by Franklin. And so now Tennessee will get another quarterback into the game as Randy Sanders, sophomore from Morristown. Done an outstanding job for Tennessee as the holder, now getting a shot as the quarterback for the Vols. Give Amsler, stacked up after there. The ball pops free. I think he was down. And so Tennessee retains possession, leading 33-3. Amsler now carries for 3 yards, so that he in the game has gone 45 yards in 9 tries. Davis shifts. Amsler misdirection left side, turning. Amsler banging his way for the gain of 10. And it's a first down. 17 first downs for the Vols. Memphis State has 7 in the game.
Well, Big Amsler, the young running back, John, he's playing very well. Big, strong runner.
230-pounder, a freshman, carries the ball for a gain of 10. In 10 carries, he's got 55 yards. Another look at Amsler.
He just takes a little stutter step and then comes back against the flow of the play and had pretty good running room out there.
Palmer was the man who made the hit for the tackle for Memphis State. Tennessee leading 33-3. Amsler again. Slides between 2 tacklers. Palmer was there again. 18 was there, and he's played an outstanding game. Damon Young, as has Sharp, Harold Bean. Tennessee just letting the clock tick away, leading 33-3. This is Keith Davis. Slashing up the middle, and it's Keith Davis carrying the ball. 10 carries, 66 yards for him. And this could be the final play coming up. Another look at Keith Davis.
Well, there again, you said they're just trying to run the clock down, and Keith managed to wiggle and squirm. Not a whole lot of running room, but he picks up good yardage.
5 yards on that carry. Tennessee will have it. 3rd down and about 4.5, 5 yards to go. Amsler. He's got a first down, and that probably will be the final play of the football game. Amsler, 11 carries, 73 yards as the seconds tick away. The final score, as you see them counting down, will be Tennessee 33, Memphis State 3. We'll be back with interviews from the Vol locker room after these messages from your local sponsors.
This is Bob Kessling in the Tennessee locker room with the UT head coach Johnny Majors after the Volunteers' victory. And it's nice to get back on the winning side of things for a change, isn't it?
It's nice to have a smile on her face, Bob. It's nice to hear the players sing. It was interesting to hear the chatter after the game. It was just instantaneous enthusiasm, and I think a great relief to get back on a winning track, at least for one ball game. I thought that regardless who we might have been playing this week, I thought we had a chance to be a better football team than we've been all year, because we had several more people after practice after a week layoff and let some people take some rest, and our execution was much better and improved our tackling. And I think the brightest thing of all is that our defense played so much better than they have all year long. And again, some people coming back helped, plus our execution and practice, and our offense did some good things. We had a few more mistakes offensively than we had defensively, but also we made some good things happen, and it was probably the best job that our team has done as an entire group during the entire season.
Yeah, the opening kickoff, they run it back to midfield, and suddenly the defense and a freshman, Tracy Hayworth, comes up with a big turnover at the fumble recovery.
Well, we're playing some young people, and it looks like we're going to have to still look to see where we're going to search for other replacements. One of our young people, Tony Thompson, got hurt on the opening kickoff, and he's out probably for the season, and Charles Davis is down. But Tracy Hayworth and having Joey Howard out there for the first day, and Marion Hobby coming along as a freshman red shirt, and Cedric Klein as a freshman red shirt, Greg Amsler, several young people, and don't forget our quarterback is still young, and some of our receivers like Cleveland and Woods.
Yeah.
And Miller is still a first-year man. A lot of good things happen, and I'm very pleased to see our young men win. I haven't seen our coaching staff as happy since New Year's Day 1986.
Miller exploded on that one touchdown reception, didn't it? That was a great catch.
That was a great throw and a great catch. Jeff Francis has a beautiful arm. He threw a tight spiral, but Miller is an exceptional athlete. His potential is unlimited, and he did a great job on the reception. He's a tremendous athlete, and also he prevented an interception when he jumped up and knocked the ball out once. He's just an exceptional player from the standpoint of ability, and I think he'll continue to get better and better.
Key in the game, anytime a wishbone team falls behind, they got problems, and you jumped out to the big league, and they really had problems catching up.
Yes, we did in our defense. Again, forcing was better. We attacked more, did a little more stunting and some things. Well, actually, we attacked the line of scrimmage better than we have all year long. And the pass defensive coverage was better, and when you do some opportunistic football on defense, it helps you. One of the disappointing things is we didn't really capitalize on one of the interceptions. We got a penalty offensively the first play after it. But overall, I'm very pleased, and I don't want to look for too many bad points till I see the film.
One thing, Tennessee got the big lead, 33-0. Then Francis came in and played the first couple of series in the fourth period. Any thoughts to maybe bringing a younger kid in earlier?
Yeah, a little bit, but, you know, I didn't think Memphis State would catch up with us being young, but I don't want to have too many exciting finishes. I'd like to put a game away, and we thought about one series earlier, putting a young quarterback in, and frankly speaking, I probably should have gone with Sanders first. Moses Collins has been erratic in his practice sessions. He's got a lot of learning to do. He busted the first couple of plays out there in the team, in the work. So I took him out the next series and put Sanders in. Moses needs to apply himself a lot more, and he's got a long way to go. I'm pleased with the win and pleased with Francis's play.
Yeah, big day, good win. Congratulations to you, the staff, and the players for a big win today.
Thank you, Bob. It's a good homecoming from our standpoint. I'm sure it was for a lot of other people, and I don't have too many things to complain about today.
All right. Coach Johnny Majors, his thoughts after today's win against Memphis State. Back to talk with players in a moment. Kessling back in the Tennessee locker room. First big play of the game, first possession for Memphis State. Tennessee comes up with a fumble recovery. Tracy Hayworth, the freshman from Winchester, got it. First start of the season, first series, you get a fumble recovery. I guess that's one thing that's got to excite you a lot.
I'll tell you what, like I said, I was uneasy. You've been a rookie out there with all those starters and seniors and, you know, everything. And I didn't really know what to expect. And I was really expecting to get bounced around a lot. And I saw the opportunity for me to make a big play, and I made it. And that really set the tempo for the rest of the game for me.
I had an eye on you in the first series. I guess the first play, Dale Jones came over and kind of tapped you on the shoulder. Did he just kind of reassure you a little bit about what you were doing?
Yeah, I tell you what, Dale, he's a great inspirer. You know, I've always watched Dale, and I wanted to be just like him, you know. And being out there on the field with him, that sort of just like gets me going, gets me fired up.
You look like you're still keyed up, are you?
I am.
You want to go play another one?
Oh, yeah.
When did they tell you you're going to start, Tracy?
Well, they told me Monday, early Monday morning, and I was been sort of uneasy since then. I hadn't got any sleep, been tossing and turning, couldn't eat well. You know, I've been worried all week, you know, what I was going to do. A rookie coming in, learning the whole defense, you know, in 1 week.
You did fine, though. You did fine, didn't you?
Well, they say I did. I like, you know, I don't like to say, you know, if I did or not, because, you know, really I don't know until I watch the film. I guess you could say I'm my worst critique, you know. Yeah.
Well, Anthony Miller had another long touchdown reception today. That was the prettiest one of the season, maybe.
Yeah, it felt real good. You know, the ball was right down the money, and it was right in the end zone. It felt so good.
What is it like? I mean, most of us can't even run half as fast as you can, but what's it like to get out on a fly pattern like that and just haul the passing over the shoulder like that?
Well, you know, first of all, you got to get by that DV, and then once you pass him and they make that move and you see that ball coming, it just feels so good, especially when you got to make sure you look it in. If you don't look it in, you might drop it, but I looked it in and caught it. It felt real good.
Yeah, again today it seemed like Tennessee was trying to throw the ball a little bit more downfield. Did you think you could do that going into the game?
Yeah, you know, we thought so. They had a young defensive back squad, and the coaches said, we're going to throw the ball. You know, you guys got to come up with the big plays, and we did.
They ran you tailback one time. You got a pitch. Is that we're going to see more of that?
I'm not for sure. You know, it felt good, but I didn't really get a chance to break one.
One of the fresh faces in the Tennessee lineup, fullback Greg Angelo, got your first touchdown today. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Did you think you're going to play that much today going in?
Tell the truth, though, you know, the coach told me I was going to be playing, so I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know when I was going to be going in. I just knew that our team was really going to have to get something going before I even touched the ball.
Greg, as a freshman, most of them are getting redshirted now. Was there a decision on your part whether to redshirt or go ahead and play this year?
No, it was really up to the coaches. You know, they asked me if I minded, and I just said, it's really up to you. If you feel I should play, you know. You've had some great players, so it's really up to you.
On your touchdown, on the drive, you ran the ball a couple of times and got it down to the one. Were you hoping they'd call your number one more time?
Yeah, sure was. Yeah.
What about the offense today? You moved the ball against. Was that the plan to go in and run it?
I guess since I had a few good runs, they just wanted to see what I could do with the ball. They want to see, you know, how my moves were, how I was going to be, you know, just running the ball. So
you did a good job. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Linebacker Kelly Ziegler with us. You shut down the wishbone finally.
Yeah, we've had some trouble in the past with the bone, but we had a good scheme and we executed it, and you know, that's all we can ask of, and we went out and did it.
Today it seemed like the defensive line especially controlled the line of scrimmage, which is something unusual.
Right. Well, when the defensive line controls the line of scrimmage like they did, you know, they're going to make some plays. It's going to allow the linebackers to run freely. You know, defensive backs to come up, and that makes a big difference in what's going on.
The defensive line and the defensive unit has put a lot of work in the past 2 weeks over the open date. It came at a pretty good time for you, didn't it?
It came at a good time because, you know, traditionally we've had trouble with the wishbone. We got people in watching more film, people knowing their assignments better, and the key thing is we got some people healthy, or healthier than they were, and I think that was the major factor.
Just from a mental approach, you had to have a win, didn't you, just to turn things around?
Just as a confidence builder, really, especially for the defense to go out and play hard, play good. You know, I don't care who it was against. You know, Memphis State, they are big, strong up front. They're a good ball club. And, you know, it was just a good feeling seeing people flying around and playing the old Tennessee football.
Is this thing to make things a little more brighter for the last 3 games?
Definitely brighter. You know, 3 conference games coming up, and hopefully we can just build on this and get stronger, get better, and just finish strong.
Volunteers win over Memphis State next week. The Volunteers travel down to Jackson to face Ole Miss. This is Bob Kessler reporting from the Tennessee locker room.